There's a choice that you can make in this business, and if you choose to build a career on getting out of a limousine and people there taking pictures, or phoning up London Airport, hey, you know, so-and-so, Moody Blues are coming in, want some photographers there, or going to the Hippodrome or something every night and getting your picture in the papers, that's a choice, but it's a hard life to keep up, that particular one. And we chose not to do that. We chose to let our music do the talking for us.
Can you hear the spirit calling as it's carried across the waves? You're already falling, it's calling you back to face the music and the song that is coming through. You're already falling, the one that is calling is you.
The amazing thing about the Moody Blues is I think we're all mates. That's a lot different than being friends. Friendships are something you have to really work with and work on and work for. But I think mates, the definition that I have of it is that you can knock on someone's door 20 years later and it was as though it was yesterday. You just pick up straight away. And that's what it's like in the Moody Blues.
But the thing we're proud of about the Moodies, we're all very different people, really, and we get along fine. So there's no reason why everyone can't be that way.
Oh, we look out for each other a lot as well. When, you know, somebody starts to get out of line, I mean, the rest of us will tell that person. Or if, you know, if you see some kind of trap they're going to fall on, you tend to watch the step. That's what I'm saying, we all love each other, you know, we've been together a long, long time. That's the bottom line, you can't say any more than that.
Make a promise, take a vow, and trust your feelings, it's easy now. Understand the voice within, and feel a change already beginning. Oh, won't you tell me again? Oh, can you feel it? Oh, won't you tell me again tonight?
The Moodies have a definite style, for better or worse, whether you like it or not. But it always amazes me in the studio when I put the cans on, we were routining the first number of an album, and whoever's, you know, whatever's being played, it's that sound again, it's that group, you know, and we have that particular style between us.
If we work as a group, it's because our team works. And we've realized also one thing is that when we are the five together, I mean that group, whether we're in the studio or on the stage, we are, you know, I mean, obviously the sum is greater than the parts, and we feel that intrinsically, you know.
How many words have I got to say? And how many times will it be this way? With your arms around the future and your back up against the past, you're already falling, it's calling you on to face the music.
I love writing best because it's something from nothing, something that didn't exist 10 minutes before, and that's a great feeling, you know. I love that feeling just after I've written a song. It's magic. But I love sharing it as well. So there are very different kind of emotions, because writing is like a very private thing. And you share it in your heart at the moment you write it, but you share it in person on stage then.
Generally speaking, we write independently of each other. And then we take it into the studio and everybody sort of throws their two-penneth in, as we call it in Birmingham. You know, and make suggestions on arrangements and sounds.
The final authority is the songwriter, even over and above the producer. And everybody chips in and piles in and tries to do what they want, but the final authority is the songwriter. And if the songwriter turns around and doesn't like one of your ideas, you've really got to bite the bullet and get on with what he wants you to do, which is, that's when you have to bring in the discipline, because you know when it's your turn that nobody's going to mess you around.
We have great help from technology, but if we didn't, if we were not able, if we hadn't worked at mastering that technology, we wouldn't be able to use it to its full extent. And we don't use it to its full extent still. It's like our brain. I mean, you know, the human brain, we're only using like 10, 15% or 7% or whatever of it, of the capacity of the brain and the mind. And I think the technology is the same. It's the human mind which sets the limits to the technology.
studio, make the record, follow the sleeve through, and then the rest of it all comes under this wonderful heading distribution. You tend to forget that there must be hundreds of plants over the world like that, with literally thousands of people in them, all making sure that the million copies that you hope to sell, it actually means 1 million cash registers, 1 million tiny $8-10 transactions.
The Moodys are professional musicians today, and while on the road, they do more than concerts. They actually go out and meet the people who have the job of getting the records sold.
The lights